Good morning, Damola. Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Damola, for the warm welcome.
Yeah,
Good
well,
morning, everyone. My name is Bilewu Damilola, and I'm the design and technical lead for Landnest Homes and Properties, and I'll be taking us through how to create meta ads for real estate that leads straight to your WhatsApp. How to create meta ads for real estate that leads straight to your WhatsApp. So today we'll be talking about how to create meta ads for real estate that leads straight to your WhatsApp. How to create meta ads for real estate that leads straight to your WhatsApp. What exactly is ads? A lot of us talk about it. What is ads? What is ads? What is ads? Right? Ads is a short form of advertisement. The word ad is gotten from the word advertisement. So when we say ads, we are talking about advertisement. Be it traditional, be it modern, ads is advertisement, right? And what exactly is advertisement, right? What exactly is advertisement? It's a paid message created to promote a product, service, or offer to specific audience. It is a paid message created to promote a product, service, or an offer to a specific audience. So this course or this training will be divided into two, right? We'll be diving into the theoretical aspect before moving into the practical aspect, and I'll ensure to do this quickly because of our time, right? So I already defined ads itself, right? What then is meta ads? What then is meta ads? Meta ads are paid advertisements run on platform owned by Meta. Meta ads are paid advertisements run on platforms owned by Meta, such as the Facebook, the Instagram, the Messenger, etc. Right? So when you tell someone you want to run ads, you need to be specific. What kind of ads do you want to run? Is it Meta ad? Is it TikTok ads? Is it traditional ads? You need to be specific, right? Why are we why exactly do we run meta ads? Why are we particular about um, meta ad itself, right? It has been estimated that over 147 million people in Nigeria use each of these meta platforms, be it Facebook, Instagram, the WhatsApp, Messenger, every or any platform used created by Meta. Over 147 million people use this platform daily. So, I mean, if 147 people use this platform daily, it means out of 1,000, right? There's a marketing theory that says out of every 1,000 people you reach out to online, right, 100 people will listen to you. Out of these 100 people that listens to you, 10 people would actually show interest, and eventually one person will buy. So if you do the math and calculate 1,147 million people, you would know how much people or how many people you can actually sell to on the meta space daily, right? And this is why um, it is important that we understand how this works and what this does, right? Now, what's the goal of today's training, right? Meta ads are not designed to sell properties instantly. I must put this out here, right? A lot of us, I must trash out the notion that when we run meta ads, it's meant to like sell whatever we push out. No, that's a very wrong notion, right? So meta ads are not designed to sell properties. Their primary purpose is to attract the right audience and move them into conversions on WhatsApp. And that's how I'm taking us through how to create meta ads for real estate that leads straight to the WhatsApp, to our WhatsApp, right? Now, we'll be making this through a funnel that I've created, right? Which is the ads, the click, WhatsApp, follow-up, and inspection. Now, this is a funnel that I have designed for us to use as far as this course is concerned, right? Why is WhatsApp ads, why is it really important, right? Why is it really important? These are more engaged when they message you directly on WhatsApp as compared to your email, Instagram, or probably filling a form. You understand? And Using WhatsApp, it makes it faster for you to like engage with a client and create what's it called, a rapport on time, right? So now let me share my screen and explain a few things about the meta system. Permit me to share my screen quickly. All right. All right. Can we see my screen? Kindly let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes, I can see
Right.
it on the.
Thank you. All right. Thank you. Thank you. So the meta system is divided into different categories. We have the Facebook account, we have the Facebook page, we have the Meta Business Manager, we have the Meta Ads Manager. All these are different, and it's important that I explain the difference between these things, right? Now, we have the Meta Business Suite, right? This is what you're seeing on my screen right now. This is what we call the Meta Business Suite. And this houses everything that has to do with Meta. You understand? When Winda was trying to introduce me the other time, she said, we're about to learn about our online workshop. Yeah, this is the online workshop. You understand? The Meta Business Suite is what we call the online workshop. You understand? And this houses not just your ads alone or your ad sets alone. It houses everything that has to do with Meta. If you have all the Meta accounts, including WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, which other one do we have? Name it. It houses everything, and you can control everything with this particular dashboard, right? As long as you have everything connected. Do you understand? It has everything here. Now, I'm going to take us through one or two things before we continue. So we have our Meta Business Suite over here, and with it, like I said, if you have everything connected, you can control every single account that you have with Meta. You can see the Messenger here, the Instagram here, the Facebook comments, Instagram comments, and even what's it called? WhatsApp itself. You understand? So all this can be controlled through the Meta Business Suite. How then do we run ads? Do we run ads from the Meta Business Suite? Yes. Now, the Meta Business Suite houses assets that are needed to run ads, such as your Facebook account, your Facebook page, your Instagram page, and the ad itself, the ad account. You need an ad account to be able to run ads, right? Now, in order to do that, you have to connect all this, right? Now, because of our time, I might not be able to take us through the step-by-step process on how to create this, but I'm going to explain. Now, whenever you want to run ad as a newbie, the first thing you want to do is to go to this URL, business.facebook.com. Business.facebook.com, right? Now, when you open this account, it's going to ask you a few questions like your name, your business email, and it's going to ask you to verify your email address, right? Now, after doing all this, it's going to give you a prompt. It has a step-by-step onboarding process, right? It's going to give you a prompt to connect some of these systems, such as your Facebook page, your Facebook account, your Instagram page, and so it is also going to prompt you to create an ads account, right? Most of us get confused at this point. There's a difference between the Meta Business Suite, the Facebook page, Facebook account, and the ads account, right? I'm going to go over them again. Your Facebook page is a page dedicated for your personal self. Under your Facebook page, you are able to create under your Facebook account, you are able to create a Facebook page, right? And in this Facebook page, you are able to navigate to your Meta Business Suite. However, if you don't want to go through this rigorous process, you can just go through business.facebook.com, where it's going to lead you through this process in a more organized way, in a more navigated way. You understand? So, having said that, how then do you connect your account? like I said, it has an onboarding process where it asks you to log in with your Facebook credentials. Most times, once you have your Facebook and Instagram connected on your Facebook page already, once you log in with your Facebook credentials, everything would appear as though it has been connected on the Meta Business Suite, right? So you might not have to go through that as long as you have them connected before. So let's move forward. What else is needed to be connected when it comes to running of ads? You also need a WhatsApp business account, not just a WhatsApp account. Many of us confuse these two platforms, right? They are both owned by Meta, but they work differently, right? So a WhatsApp business account is needed to run ads and not a WhatsApp account. A WhatsApp business account is needed to run ads and not a WhatsApp account, right? All right, so now, understanding what drives results when it comes to running of ads. Now, I tell people that 70% of the time, in fact, when it comes to running ads, the heavy lifting or the heavy load lies on the creative. We have three major things that are needed when it comes to running ads. Three major things that, if not properly done well, your ads will most likely fail. Number one is the creative. Number two is the targeting, and that's what we do in Meta. And number three is the messaging. I'm going to go over it again. We have three major things. If not properly done well, they will make your ads fail. Number one is the creative. Number two is the targeting, which is your audience. And number three, the messaging. I'm going to explain this. If your ad is not working, one of these three is the problem. Just know that. It's either your creative is bad. And by creative, I mean your videos, your pictures, carousels, graphics that you use in running ads. You understand? By audience, I mean targeting. How well was your ads setup? How well was it done? And messaging, I'm talking about your conversation with them after they've been driven to your WhatsApp. And like I said, 70% of the heavy load lies on the creative. Trust me, your ads setup can be very good. It can be the best. Your targeting can be the best. But if your ad creative is not good, it's as good as you running a failed ad. It's as good as you running a failed ad. So what exactly works when it comes to real estate? What kind of creative works when it comes to real estate? Creative such as property videos, clean land visuals, lifestyle imagery, clear image, location, offer, and call to action. These are things that work when it comes to real estate. Now, you see certain ads and you wonder why they look so simple. Ads creatives are meant to be very, very simple. They are just meant to communicate. They are meant to attract. You understand? They're meant to attract the right clients and give brief information about whatever you are advertising. And in such creative, there are four major things that must be there. If they are not there, you most likely attract the wrong audience. Number one, the image or the creative must be very clear, must be clean, must be able to attract people. You understand? It must be able to attract people. Number two, the location of the product must be boldly written on that creative or boldly stated on that creative. If this is not done, you most likely mislead or get the wrong audience. Imagine advertising for a product that says, come and buy land that sells for as low as 300,000 naira, and you did not state the location. You most likely get one booking from Kano coming to ask you how much is the land, or coming to bargain. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the location is very, very, very important. And an offer. You need an offer to attract clients. You understand? What offer are you giving? What offer are you pushing out there to attract clients? There must be an offer in every creative that you make. And lastly, there must be a very strong call to action. All right, you've told us that you sell land, you're creative, you've told us that you do this, you do that. You understand? What do you want your audience to do? You understand? You might have a very, very good creative and you are not giving them the right call to action. They won't follow or they won't do what you want them to do. So the call to action is very, very important when it comes to setting up your creative. Then moving straight to the campaign setup, right? Now we are moving straight to the practical aspect because of our time. It's 7 o'clock, and I'm just going to walk us through that if hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
All right, thank you. So diving straight into the ads campaign setup, right? The very first thing you want to do is ensure that you have all these things that I've mentioned, you have them connected. If these things are not connected, your ads might not deliver well. You understand? You want to have a Facebook page. I have differentiated between a Facebook account and a Facebook page. You create a Facebook page from a Facebook account. The account that you have that has your name boldly written on it. For example, mine, Bilewu Damilola, you understand? That is a Facebook account where you have your family members, your friends, and all, where they see your posts and all that. That is a Facebook account. We have a Facebook page. A Facebook page is quite different from a Facebook account. It is created from a Facebook account. It's just like a group chat in WhatsApp. The fact that you can actually post on your WhatsApp and your contact list will see it. Your contact list or your normal WhatsApp is just like the Facebook account, but the group you've created is more like the Facebook page. You understand? So you need a page that is connected to your Instagram account to run ads. Having done all this, you need an ads account, right? I would have taken us through the step-by-step process on how to create all this and connect all this, but I already connected mine, and because of our time, we have less than 30 minutes till the end of this training. Now, having had all this, you'd want to go to your ads manager. You understand? I told you there's Meta Business Suite and Meta Ads Manager. The Meta Ads Manager can be found in your Meta Business Suite because it is one of the assets that your Meta Business Suite controls. Your Meta Business Suite houses, you understand, among others, such as your Facebook account, your Facebook page, your Instagram account, your Messenger, and the likes. With this dashboard alone, you might not need to log into all your accounts on your device. You understand? You can sit on this particular platform and have your comments replied to, have your Facebook and Instagram comments replied to as well, have your what's it called? See so many things. You understand? Now, to run ads, the very first thing you want to do after getting to this dashboard, this is the dashboard you get to when you've logged into your Meta Business Suite. This is the very first thing you see. The next thing you want to do is ensure that you have funds in that account, billing and payment. You understand? You want to have funds in that account. If there's no money in the account, remember the definition of ads. I said it is a paid messaging that I actually have a different, what's it called, definition when it comes to ads. I tell my people that ads is a way of bringing the market to you digitally. That is how me I define ads. You understand? Ads is a way of bringing the market to you. So whenever you run ads or whenever you are saying leads, just see it as a marketplace. You've brought the market to you. You understand? And you know, in the market, there are all sort of things. There are a whole lot of things that happen there. You understand? In the market, you see people that are just there for window shopping. You see people that are there to what's it called, to actually buy. There are people that are just there to make inquiries. There are people that are there to even beg money. You understand? There are people that are there just to work and pass. You understand? So you see all that here in meta ads. You understand? But it can be controlled as opposed to the way it is in the real life market. You understand? It can be controlled. Now, to run meta ads that lead straight to your WhatsApp, you go to your ads manager and click on campaigns, right? I hope you guys can see my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
All right, all right. You go straight into your meta ads and click on create. You understand? Come in. Now, I'm very sure a lot of us have tried this at one point or the other, but when we get to this point, we're always confused. What is the best campaign strategy to run ads, right? What exactly is the best campaign strategy to run ads? When it comes to running ads, there are three different steps, right? The campaign, the ad sets, and the ads. The campaign, the ad set, and the ads. We're going to dive right into this. We're already in the practical session, right? Now, and in our campaign, we have about 6 different types of campaign strategies. They are called campaign strategies for a reason, because these strategies are designed for different purposes. You want to run an ad that leads people to your WhatsApp. You might not need awareness. You might not need traffic. You might not even need, you might need the engagement and leads, but not our promotion and sales. You understand? It's very funny when I see a lot of people using this particular option, sales, to run real estate ad. Use sales to run a real estate ad. If you are not deceiving ourselves, like I said initially, ads are not meant to make, they are not meant to like make sales for you immediately. You understand? They're meant to bring the right set of people into your DMs and you converse with them. You understand? So if you are putting a property on a cart for sale, trust me, it's going to take a lot of time. It's possible, but it will take a longer period of time for you to come to make your first sale with this strategy. You understand? Now, what strategy do we then use when it comes to running ads that lead straight to our WhatsApp? We use the engagement strategy. You understand? We use the engagement strategy. And Facebook will always want to recommend its own method or the manual engagement campaign. Now, you can go through this method. It's already done. You don't need to do much. You understand? However, I always love to control the things I do. You understand? That's why I would rather go for the manual engagement campaign, so that I know that whatever I do, it's my own hands that has caused whatever results I get. You understand? And yeah, one way of keeping your meta ads dashboard organized is to name your campaign. You understand? Naming your campaign allows you to monitor what you're doing and understand what you've done again. You understand? So I'm just going to be calling this Landnest Academy training. Landnest Academy training. I love to use acronyms instead of writing the whole thing to save our time, right? Now, this is the ads campaign strategy interface. And as you can see, we already picked the engagement campaign objective, right? It asked us the buying type. I said, I always recommend the auction, right? No reservation. Now, the difference between the auction and the reservation is, For auction, it deducts your money based on how the ad runs. For reservation, it might have taken your money already, you understand, before you start to see results. So that's why most times I recommend the auction buying type, right? Campaign objective, we already picked the engagement, right? We have the awareness, the traffic, the leads, app promotion, sales, and engagement. So we already picked this ad strategy already. Budget. Now, this part is very important as well, right? A lot of people get this part confused. What's the difference between the campaign budget and the ad set budget? You understand? Now, the campaign budgets are budgets meant for several campaigns. You understand? It distributes your, what's it called, your funds or your budget across several campaigns. While the ad set budget is set different bid strategies or budget schedules for each ad set. Do we get that? All right. So you might not want to disturb yourself with all this. Just leave them as they are. Most especially when it comes to real estate ads, just leave them as they are. However, there are special properties there are special categories of ads that you need to like notify Meta that these are the kind of ads I'm running. When you come here, it's going to ask you, what kind of ads are you running? Is it financial products and services? Is it for employment? Is it for housing? Is it for social issues or elections or politics? Meta has a very strong thing when it comes to finance, employment, housing, or election, or politics. You understand? These are the reasons why some of your ads get flagged. Not just in your captions alone, even in what you say in the video, you need to be very careful. I remember I once ran an ad for a real estate agent, and in that video, the person was saying, it was mentioning political names, you understand? And because of that, Meta had to flag down that particular ads. So you might want to be very careful as to what you say and what you type under your comment section, your caption when running ads. Meta see these things. They have crawlers that look for these things in your creatives. And if they are there, they flag down your creative. They flag down your ads. So usually, ideally, let's take for example, you want to run ads for any of these things. You might want to pick the options that actually applies to what you're doing. But housing, we see housing here, and one wonder, should I pick this option since what I'm doing is for a real estate is a real estate ad, right? Most times I'll advise you not to, you understand? It works, but like I advise you not to pick any of these options at all. Now, when you say housing, this Meta was designed for people in the overseas, you understand? They have a system that works there. How many people do you know in Nigeria has big houses? How do we have a database that carries the names, the identity of people that owns properties in Nigeria? We don't. So usually I'll tell you not to pick this. Just go straight to the ad set. Now, the ad set is where you now pick the kind of ads you want to run. And that's where you set up your targeting, you set up your budget and every other thing. And like I said, I love to keep things organized. You name this so that when next you are coming to see what worked and what did not work, you'll be able to trace it out. You understand? Now, conversion location, please, this is very important. This asset, in fact, this asset is the ad itself. Every other thing I've been doing this morning is not ad. This asset is the ad itself. So if you've not been paying attention, please pay attention right now. Conversions. What exactly do you want to do? Where exactly do you want to take your leads to? You understand? After Meta has been able to get the right audience, you understand? We have the message destination, we have on your ad, we have the calls, we have website, we have app, we have Instagram or Facebook. For the purpose of this particular training, we'll be using the message destination, right? And the message destination has three major destinations, right? We have the so we're using the Landnest First Son account. You are seeing several accounts because I have several accounts attached to this ads account, right? So we're using the Landnest first one. Now, like I said, you must have had your Facebook page, your Instagram account, and your WhatsApp business account connected to this. If not, you have to do these things manually, and it's going to affect how your ads are being delivered. You understand? Now, it is very important that you pick just one out of these three. And what are we trying to do? We are trying to lead them where? To WhatsApp. So we are going to turn off Messenger and turn off Instagram. The reason is this. You might tell you what you're telling Meta when you check all this is you can pick any of these all and recommend them to my targeted audience. That is what you're telling Meta. Do you understand? You're telling Meta that you can pick any of these three, and that's why you see certain ads. Maybe you saw that particular ad in the morning, and when you click on it, it took you to Messenger. You see that particular ad again in the evening. It's taking you to maybe their Instagram account. You understand? You are confusing the algorithm, and I always recommend you pick one thing instead of picking everything. You understand? Now, in order to ensure that you are sending your ads to the right number, you confirm it here. If this is not correct and you've not connected it before, Meta will still give you an option to connect it, still give you the opportunity to connect it again. Then you click on this and connect a number. When you input the number you tend to use here, right, it's going to send a code and you fill in the code. Now, I'm going to repeat this again. When running ads, we do not run ads into WhatsApp accounts. We run it into WhatsApp business accounts. It is very important you know this. Else, your ads will not even go anywhere. Meta will not even take it anywhere. You'll be wondering, where are my ads going to? It has to go through Meta business account. You understand? So whatever number you're putting out here, ensure that number is already on a WhatsApp business account. Else, you might be flagged. Do you understand? Now, what exactly are you trying to tell Meta to do when it comes to running of ads? What is your goal? What goal exactly are you trying to achieve? Is it to maximize the number of conversations you want to have? Is it to maximize the number of leads through messaging, or maximize the number of link clicks? All these have their use and meaning. So it's very important to understand what they do and how they work. You understand? Now I'm going to start from the maximize number of link clicks. Now this works best for those that send their their leads or their audience to a landing page. You understand? A landing page could be a form page, could be a standalone website, it could be a website. You understand? And when you pick this option, Meta would also ask you to connect that particular platform with its system so that it can monitor how things are working, you understand, and how well to give you the best results. So for the course of this, for the purpose of this particular training, we are not going to be picking the number of link clicks, you understand. Maximize number of leads through messaging. No, we're not going to pick that since we are not creating a form inside of our WhatsApp business. What we want Meta to see as our goal is to maximize number of conversations. You understand? That is how many people has messaged me, has clicked on my ad and messaged me on WhatsApp. That is how Meta sees or understands that yes, it has achieved its goal of sending leads to you on WhatsApp. So we're going to be picking this particular goal, right? Now, heading over to our budget and schedule. Now, a lot of people ask questions. How much is too small, or how much is too much when it comes to running of ads, right? How much is too small, or how much is too much when it comes to running of ads? Personally, whenever people want to run advice, do not run anything less than 10,000 naira per day. Yes, do not run anything less. You get results if you use 5,000 naira. I'm not saying you would. I'm not saying you won't get results. You will. You understand? But like to see good results, you will need high budget. You understand? There's a saying that too low is equals to no data at all, and too high is wasted spend. You understand? If your ads budget is also too much, sometimes you are just wasting money, because Meta would have done the work it wants to do, and it will take your ad elsewhere. You understand? So now, I would advise you start with as low as 10,000 naira for your ads budget, right? Now, the reason is this: when it comes to Meta ads is a system. You understand? It is a machine, and you are trying to train the machine to do what you want it to do. You understand? Now, with this 10,000 naira, before Meta would start what's it called, taking your ads to the right audience, right? It would have taken it everywhere before it start understanding the kind of people you are taking it, you've instructed it to get to. You understand? You want to pick your start date and end time. A lot of people, I know of someone that runs ads, right? One of the people I look up to when it comes to running of ads. He runs ads and leave this place empty. And I'll tell you what it means when you check this and when you leave it unchecked. You understand? Leaving this unchecked is, I telling Meta, I have money in my account. Hello, if someone say something. All right. So you're saying, Meta, I have so amount of money in my account. However, take 10,000 naira to run ads for me daily. Now, what you are saying in essence is, with this 10,000 naira, Meta, you understand? The highest you should spend is 10,000 naira per day. You can spend below it, you can spend above it, but it shouldn't be two-way above what I've instructed you to spend. You understand? Now, what it does is, on some days, that is when you leave this unchecked, it runs forever. On some days, Meta will just look at the internet. Are people really engaging today? If they are, Meta would spend probably 10,000 naira that day. On some days, it will just spend 15 naira. You understand? Now, the reason why I love to leave this checked and put specific dates is, if I tell Meta, spend 10,000 naira every day from Monday to Friday, Meta will ensure that you does the work of 10,000 naira every day. Do you understand? So people leave this unchecked, like I said. They prefer it that way. So you either choose to leave it checked or leave it unchecked. Because of our time, let's move straight into the audience control and targeting. Now, when it comes to setting up ads, right? Especially for real estate, you want to pick a specific location. You understand? You can't pick the whole of Nigeria and you are running ads of 10,000 naira. Even if you are running ads of 1 million naira, you can't pick the whole of Nigeria. You understand? So you want to pick specific places that you want your ads to go to. And I tell people, running of ads is very psychological. You understand? Let's assume you want to sell a property that is in Ibadan. You do not necessarily have to put just Ibadan here when it comes to running of ads. You understand? Your target audience might not even be in Ibadan alone. It might be in other parts of Nigeria. You understand? It might be in Kano itself. You might decide that, okay, people that will buy this property, I know they are in Lagos, and I want to target them. Now, even if you want to target people in Lagos, you won't still target the whole people in Lagos, the whole Lagos state. No, you go, where exactly in Lagos are my target audience? Okay, I think they are in BI. I think they are on the island. These are the places you want to put here. You understand? As locations. You understand? You want to target places in Ibadan. You won't just pick the whole of Ibadan or the whole of Oyo State. It depends, though. But you won't just pick the whole of Ibadan or Oyo State. You want to pick specific places where you understand and feel like people that can buy this property, my target audience, are actually in this location. Places like maybe Bodija, maybe where's the VI of Ibadan self? I think Bodija, Jericho. Hello? Did someone say something? All right, because of our time. So you want to pick specific places, you understand? Specific places. If you are, for example, if you are trying to like advertise for a property that are for students, maybe you are trying to advertise an hostel for rent, you understand? You won't tag the whole of Ibadan. You want to tag places in Ibadan like UI, Agbowo, and places around that particular environment. You understand? So it can be psychological sometimes, and yeah, you get to understand why later. Now, minimum age. When it comes to real estate with experience, I'll tell you not to target anything below 25 years old. Yeah, we have people that can purchase or buy land that are not even up to 25 years old. But looking at this very well, anyone who is most people at that age are not even thinking of property. They are not thinking of getting themselves gadgets, apartments, maybe scholarship. You understand? Those are the kind of things they find or try to look for on the internet. You understand? So you want to target them, and targeting everybody or leaving it this way will just bring unnecessary people to your DM. That's where you see people begging for cards, begging you for money and all that. You understand? So you want to avoid that. You want to pick people between the age range of probably 25. You know, those are mature guys, mature people. You understand? Probably between the age of 25 to like and don't make it too old. I mean, someone of 65, you think someone be beyond 65 want to buy that property. So it's psychological. It is what you feel, you understand, works that will work, you understand. If you feel like Baba 70 should be able to buy this property now, then pick this option, you understand. But if you feel like people that want to buy this property are people that are still young and want to see how far this property will go. You want to be able to enjoy this property before they even die. You understand? So you want to pick between 25 and maybe 60 at most. You understand? Gender. Now, the gender is also important. Is the property you are trying to sell, is it for male? Is it for female alone? You understand? Most of the time, you want to pick all because both male and female buy real estate. Now, this is the most important part when it comes to targeting. You understand? Now, if you've not been paying attention, please pay attention because this is very important. The majority of us that run ads do not understand this at all. So please pay attention, right? Now, when it comes to targeting, we target demographic, we target interest and behavior. You understand? Trust me, if you are targeting people in real estate, you understand, you will not get the kind of audience you want. Take for example, you want to sell a particular property here in Ibadan. You've targeted people in Ibadan, and on your interest or your detailed targeting, you are still targeting people interested in real estate. The people you most likely see or that most likely see your ads are fellow realtors because those are the people that join groups or engage in activities that has to do with real estate. The people you are trying to sell to have not even engaged or join groups that has to do with real estate. Trust me, you understand? So you don't want to even target anything that has to do with real estate at all. Then who are the people you want to target? You want to target CEOs. You want to target executive directors, owners. These are people that, yes, when they see your ad, they have the money. They are people that are wealthy. You understand? You want to target this set of people. You understand? And not people that have engaged in one thing or the other that has to do with real estate. You understand? You will most likely get your fellow realtors seeing your ads. So please, whenever you run ads, you want to avoid anything that has to do with real estate and target people that you understand and feel like has the money and would have the interest to purchase your product. Do we understand that? Do we understand that? Can I get a response? Let me know if we are still here. Are we still here?
Yes, we are still here.
Yes, we are still here.
All right. So this is very important. I cannot overemphasize this, right? This is very, very important. Your detailed targeting. I'm going to say it again. Do not target the set of people that does the same thing as you do. You understand? Do not target real estate groups. Do not target real estate pages. Do not target people that have engaged in real estate. Do not target people that have anything to do with real estate at all, because you are targeting the same, you are targeting your same group. You understand? You are targeting people that does the same thing as you do. You understand? So the people you want to target, I remember a particular ad I ran for someone. Our target audience were teachers. You understand? Teachers, those are the people that could afford that kind of product that she was selling. You understand? Some people might be just students. You understand? If your target audience is student, you target student. But like when it comes to real estate, do not even put anything real talk. Do not put anything real estate. Do not put anything housing. because these people already know enough. They probably even know more than you do. They do exactly what you do. So
You're
you won't
breaking up, Bill.
come again, sir.
You're breaking up. You're breaking up.
Okay. Can we hear me now? Is it much better? Please let me know if you can hear me. If the network
Yes, I
is
can hear
better
you
now.
properly.
You can hear me
All
clear.
right, thank you.
Yes.
All right, thank you. All right, thank you. So because of our time, we'll be moving straight to the next thing, which is the ad itself. I've said and explained the kind of things that works when it comes to running of ads, right? You don't just snap picture on a site and run ads, you understand? You're not communicating anything, you understand? I've said this before. I said that your ads must have a clear image, it must have a location, it must have an offer and a call to action, be it an image, be it a carousel, be it a video, you understand? It must have these things. It must be a clear offer. Why are you offering them? You understand? As humans, we love to, as like Director Ife used to say, we love to feel cheated. We love to feel like we are cheating other people, you understand? So you must give an exciting offer, you understand, when it comes to like running ads, you understand? And to do this, yeah, let's rename this as well. To do this, right, you can either create ad from the meta ad system or you use an existing post, you understand? Personally, I advise you use an existing post, a post that has already been on your page, you understand? This is why you can actually control and track your progress, you understand? You can see what's happening as opposed to creating a particular ad over here and it won't appear on your page, you understand? If you create ads from meta ad system, it won't appear on your page, but the ad will run and most likely give you the same results, but you won't be able to track things in real time. So I always advise you use existing posts. And by using existing posts, you select a post that has already gone up on your either on your Facebook or your Instagram page, right? So let's take, for example, we want to run with this particular creative, right? Looking at this creative, it has everything that we've talked about. It has it is very clear. The picture is very clear. This particular, it is very clear. It has a clear message. It's passing clear message. It has the location boldly written beneath it. There's a reason why red was used beneath it. You understand? It is intentional. Red is not Landnest color, but because of this ad, because we were intentional about it and we wanted it to run and work well, and that's why we've used certain colors and certain fonts, you understand, that are not even Landnest fonts, you understand. We use red because it calls out attention. Ayelagbe money Ibadan, we wanted them to see it. So that people that has nothing to do with this location will not click on our ad at all, you understand. You can't tell me you are blind enough. You can't tell me you are blind and you do not see that I put money here and you still click on my ad, someone from Worry, you understand? So we are trying to check. Meta will still do that thing. You still do that thing. Take your ads to places like Worry, take it to places like Kaduna. But like to ensure that it is not a perfect system yet. Meta is still an ongoing project, you understand? So to ensure that your ads goes to the right audience, that's why we put the location in a very bold and attractive color, right? So it automatically puts your text, that is the text you had from your caption there already. And the call to action is send WhatsApp. So that is automatic, right? Now, this is another important part. When people goes to your, what's it called? When people click on your ad, what is the first thing that happens? You understand? How do you differentiate or how do you know that this is an ad? You're supposed to probably see something like this. Hi, please let us know how we can help you, right? You can always edit this to whatever you want to put there. Because of our time, I'm trying to like rush this part, but this part is also as important as every other part I have mentioned. right? So you want to input a detailed welcome message, you understand, that would make make the lead understand that he's in the right place, you understand. Then after that, you want to assist your lead to put a follow-up question. Hello, sir, I want to know more about this property. Questions that you want to see your prospect ask and you want to answer immediately. I always advise people that at this stage, when people message you, you should already have a template on ground that you'd send to them. Now, one of the major things that keeps a lead in your DM is when you respond on time. If you don't respond on time, trust me, you most likely lose that particular lead, even if it's a hot lead, you understand? As humans, we are very impatient, you understand? So you want to like fill that up. I have a couple of templates that I've used here in the past. Let me say this particular one. It says, hi there, thanks for your interest in Oli Modern Market. Would you like us to reserve a shop for you and arrange a free inspection? You understand? And the pre-filled message is, hello, I would love to inspect this property. Tell me more. You understand? Now, having done all this, you are good to publish your ad. You understand? Now, I mentioned three major things that are very important when it comes to running ad. And I said 70% of the ad success lies on the ads creative, right? Trust me, 5% lies solely on the ads creation, and the other 15% lies on your follow-up. If your follow-up is not as good as it should, trust me, you most likely lose any client you are currently chatting with or any lead you get, you understand? So at this point, I think I would love to get a few questions. But before then, permit me to say this. Meta ads don't fail because they don't work. They fail because the structure is incomplete. Once you fix the structure from setup to creative to follow up, lead generation becomes predictable. You understand? So, like I said, 70% of the ads lies on the creative. If your creative is not as good as it should, it doesn't have the appropriate things that it should have, you most likely fail when it comes to running ad. So very quickly, I'll take a few questions